And ladies and gentlemen, welcome to my channel. We are in Aerofly fs2 with the Robinson R22 aircraft, and we are in Zurich as we have an Avro RJ100 overflying at high speed, doing a high speed touch and go. I wanted to talk a little bit about that community mod by user BrunoBellic. He is adding some dynamic scenery in the form of aircraft taxiing around and flying circuits. And I really appreciate the effort. It's a brilliant move. Um, so at Zurich, I think it's the most varied. Here there's aircraft taxiing on the ground, as well as aircraft doing flying circuits. There is a few more airports that have this, that he has added this dynamic scenery to. One is Schiphol Airport at Amsterdam, and also Innsbruck Airport in Austria. Yeah, they have some aircraft flying around there. And it adds some realism in the sense that if you fly around at an airport or in the vicinity, you actually have to be on the lookout for other traffic. So that has not been the case before in the Aerofly fs2 world. So more realism and super enjoyable. And what I like about Zurich is that these aircraft on the ground are also present. It just gives a bit of playtime, some new stuff to play with. So let's do that. And what do we have? EasyJet A320. Hello guys, how are you doing? Taxiing your rounds around the field. I hope it's not too boring a job. But how could it be? You get all your time at the airport. That can't be too bad, can it? Mind me. Little wild, but didn't want to get too close to this guy, whatever too close might be. And so that's the dynamic scenery added as a community mod. And so Mr. BrunoBellic, thank you for this effort if you're watching. I enjoy it very much. Now as for the static scenery, there's a bunch of different aircraft and some modeled more realistic than others. I think this guy, an A330, the nose is lacking a bit, so the A330 and A340, the nose isn't as convincing as some other aircraft, but in total, of course, brilliant to have some of that scenery around. And since we are busy, we might as well try and land on one. I mean, that's what we do, right? Land in weird places. Now, the dynamic scenery doesn't have a, how shall I explain that, a touch model. So you cannot touch them, and therefore you cannot get damage from them touching them. But the static scenery definitely has that model. So that means we can also try to land on it as an A350 came racing by at 200 knots. They are very fast. And ourselves with an A380, nicely modeled and brilliant to have the opportunity to fly around that in virtual reality and enjoying all of the goodness. Now, as you might see, little remnants of a Singapore Airlines logo on the tail. So I think they've repainted something. But that's all good. You gotta do what you gotta do, and the result is that we have a nice A380 in the Aerofly fs2 world. Pardon me. Now let's see if we can indeed land on this a little bit. So not completely straight, I suppose, but that doesn't matter. I'm not sure if there's any point to landing on top of an A380, but I guess the possibility was there, and so we did it. So that's the community mod by Mr. BrunoBellic. Brilliant effort. Let's go and land on the ground somewhere, or perhaps something that is more close to ground level. What can we do? Do we have containers? I see containers. Can we try to land on one? I guess we can. Let's find a bit of an extra challenge and put it right under the wingtip. May not be the smartest choice in the world, but hey, it's a sim. We can try whatever we please. And just coming over the top here, and time to slow down. And ooh man. Oh man. Well, I guess we are down. Being sillier, ladies and gentlemen. I guess thank you for watching. Don't do this at home, or do this at home. I don't mind. Thank you for watching, and see you another day. Just watching for that aircraft. I don't see it anymore. So yeah, bye bye.